Hey guys, Adrienne here with Sheroes and Shenanigans. How are you guys doing tonight? I usually try to do things like Monday, Wednesday, Friday for sure, but yesterday I had something else on my plate. So coming at you live tonight. All right. It's going to be a topic. This can be a vulnerable topic for me. Because it's what we've all been told, like maybe we shouldn't talk about it that much. Although it's, it's coming out. It's been coming out. So here we go. Ready? Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Well, you and whoever. So anyway, I wanted to start with that because I wanted to ask you, how often, well, number one, how often is it happening for you? How often are you finding yourself in an intimate situation? That's an important part of life. But beyond that, the more important question is, how often are you feeling like an object, a paycheck, a maid, a burden? How often in your relationships are you feeling like something other than a human with thought and feeling and meaning and importance and brilliance, and actually in your situations and in your relationships finding joy in that, finding intimacy and connection with your partner? Or is it really that, it's kind of like ships passing in the night, your partner, significant other, whatever, where you're kind of just lost that oomph with each other, that connection that kind of keeps things going, where you are really delving into some of those questions that bring out each other's best self. And then not only does that, but actually it turns you back onto each other. How often is that happening? Is that something that, it's kind of like, well, you're feeling really unappreciated and lonely and forgotten, and there's things that are just not too exciting between the two of you anymore, or things that, you don't see each other, or maybe even you're avoiding each other. You're avoiding going home, you're avoiding conversation, you're avoid actually saying what you need to say. How often is that happening for you? Are you feeling like you're just a paycheck for your family? You go, you do, you come home, and the money goes in the bank, and nothing really gets said, and the talk is about kids or bills or, the logistics of life. It can, get to that point where there's despair in it, right? There's that feeling of, I wish I could just be seen again. And not only seen, but wanted. Are you feeling needed? Or are you feeling wanted? So that's a hard one to kind of really get in there and kind of admit, what? I'm not feeling wanted. I'm not feeling appreciated. I'm not feeling connected. I'm not feeling loved, or I'm not wanting to. I'm not wanting to connect back. I'm not wanting to share. So it kind of leaves me feeling distant from my partner, or distant from myself. Is that going through your head? Are you feeling like, I'm just being used over here? I'm just feeling like nobody cares. And above feeling like nobody cares, it's nobody that should be caring cares, right? Like it's the people in my family, or I rarely see my kids, or when I come home, it's just maybe we have dinner, maybe we sit on the couch, but we're not really connecting. We're not really doing much of anything, especially the fun, enjoyable stuff, like going to bed together. Is that happening? You know, that's, and I know it's funny because I know that women kind of play it off like we don't like it sometimes, you know. We have headaches, we have to go to bed, we have to wash our hair, whatever it is. But we do. We do. And on top of it, we need it, just like you do. You know, I think that there's times when I actually feel for men on that level. I feel for women on that level too, because it's rare that we kind of let ourselves admit that there is need there. That's a form of release that is a need in life. And when we put ourselves into these boxes of, I'm just here to make the money, or I'm just here to clean the house, or, you know, we're kind of like really separating jobs, right, or responsibilities within our partnerships, then it can be hard to reconnect from that, because once we separate those responsibilities, then we start feeling alone in them, and we start feeling like they're only ours. But they're not. They're something that we share. It's something that we've built. So, you know, at that point, it's kind of like, what do we do? And the first thing is say it. You know, you got to let each other know how you feel. You got to, you got to let each other know what is going on inside so that you can reconnect on the outside and physically together. And on top of that, it's not just always about getting turned on or just needing a quickie. Like, there needs to be some intimacy there. And women have cycles. There's a trick to these cycles. So I'm not sure if many men know that, but there is a little bit of a trick to these. So, and, you know, we'll talk about that one on another day, but it's really important to make sure that you're not getting stuck in that toxic talk to yourself, that you're only good for one reason, or that you're only enough for that one thing. You know, whether it's I'm only enough to bring home the money, or I'm only enough to watch the kids, raise the kids, whatever it is. You know, you got to get to that point where you can say, you know, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling like the only time you want to see me is in the bedroom naked. Or I feel like the only time you want to be around me is when I take you out on a date. Or the only time that, you know, we're really talking is when we're talking logistics. You know, how much are you actually sharing in your relationship? How much is that happening? Because that, if you're not doing that, it hurts. It feels lonely. It feels scary and partnerless. And it's not what you signed up for at all. You signed up to have a partner and a witness to your life. You signed up to share with the relationships that you have. That's what you signed up for. And if that's not happening for you, then let me know. Because we have to start with the relationship within. That issue that's happening and looking like it's happening on the outside with you and other people and how they're seeing you is actually all beginning on the inside. And it's from somewhere something happened and you ate something. And the question is, can you find it? Can you find it? Because there's a pattern to this, guys. There is a pattern. So if you haven't found your pattern, or if you want help finding your pattern, then reach out to me. We'll see what we can do, because I do this. I find patterns for people. So anyway, I just, I wanted to bring that up, because a lot of times when we talk about sex, we talk about the fun of it, or we talk about what we're going to do with it, or that we wish we had more of it, or something like that. But we don't always get into the real intimacy of it and what it actually means individually to us. Sometimes it's always what it means when it's with someone else. But it means something deeper than that, something within you. So I just wanted to share that, and I hope to hear from you guys. Let me know. Say something in the comments on this, and let me know what you're going through. So that's what this group is for. So, all right, have a really good night. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.